this is the moment we've been talking about, pushing, waiting for. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. Been loving him for a long time. But since
99.
99.
Yeah, 1999.
A long time. Give it up for Sammie.
Thank y'all for having me this evening.
We appreciate you taking time out to get here.
Of course. I had to come.
You're doing so many major things.
God is good, man.
Oh my God.
God is good.
So 27 days after the release of your latest project,
Everlasting.
How's it been?
It's been awesome. The feedback has been phenomenal. This project was like legit the most transparent I've ever been, and I'm a very vulnerable, transparent person, just in general, especially via social media. So I felt like music, of course, musically was where I owed it to all my consumers and Sammie lovers to be just brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? The good, bad, the happy, sad, the flaws, the unfortunate mishaps that I've gone through as a man in relationships. I gave it to them, and for them to really embrace the music and my triumphs and my flaws and failures, I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a little nervous putting it all out there like that.
Because being vulnerable is difficult.
Yeah, well, because you put yourself in a very uncomfortable space to be judged. You know what I'm saying? And and if it's not receptive, then you can go into a little cubby hole again. So for me to just really be embraced like that, I'm humbled by it, and I'm glad that the music is relatable and people can connect to it, not just on a trendy enjoyment level, but on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I've had the opportunity to come to the listening party.
Yeah,
I had the opportunity to.
Gathering spot was crazy that night.
Exactly. And your birthday.
Yep.
You know,
I missed all of that.
You
stuff.
did. But it's
it
okay.
was a lot. It was a lot.
I was
So it's all right.
people.
It was a lot.
But I had the opportunity to listen to quite a few of the tracks on the app. Well, all of them, actually. I'll tell you which one is my favorite.
Okay.
But I just feel like everybody can relate to something on there. It's like you're giving men the okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah, it's I call it the barbershop conversation. When we're in the barbershop, we talk about real things, emotional things, vulnerable things, transparent things, but we don't feel masculine and tapping into our feminine. I've been reading this book called The Ways of the Superior Man, and it's like an amazing read, because it teaches you how to go against your natural manly instincts. So, just for example, we want to fix things. If you came to me with dating, you said, I had a horrible day today. I'm trying to figure out why you had a horrible day. That might not be what you need from me. What you really might need is just a simple hug. Like, I don't know what happened to you at work, but I love you and I appreciate you and I letting you know I'm here for you.
Yeah.
That's not our natural thing. Our natural thing is who's bothering you. What's the coworker's name? What did she say or what did he say? Because we want to get So finding that balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So musically, I wanted to give men a soundtrack if they have a hard time expressing themselves because it is deemed as weak or sensitive, to show compassion and empathy to your woman. I have no problem being that.
Love that, because I've been looking and I've been talking about who has the music or who has the manual to teach men how to be men and be okay with being, that men don't have to be hard, but to how to understand what women need, because we're always talking about telling women what men need. All the books are about telling women what men need, but who tells men what women need? So how did you even decide that this was the thing that you needed to do?
Failing in relationships. That's it. I love so much. You know what I'm saying? So to be so in love with love and the idea of being one and getting married and having kids, like, that's for some reason it's like my happy ending, right? I'm so wired for that. And to fail a few times at that made me look at myself. Like, before I got involved in another relationship, I had to really say, all right, Sammie, where are you coming up short? Why do you feel you need validation from a multitude of women? Why isn't that one woman can't complete you? Well, a woman is not supposed to complete me, though. I'm supposed to be self-validated. I'm supposed to be whole by myself.
And
and then she just enhances it.
Absolutely.
So my woman won't be my happy place. I'm already happy. She could be my happier place. I don't need a woman to give me peace. I've already have my own peace. She can give me more peace.
Yeah.
And now that I realize that I'm supposed to pour into her, she's supposed to pour into me. That way no one's feeling drained in the relationship. It's just an overflow of love. So where's the music? Where's the soundtrack for that? I gave it to you in Everlasting.
It's called Everlasting, guys. On all your music streaming platforms.
And I appreciate that, because there's so many men who just like you said, they're wired to believe that they're supposed to get all this validation from women, and that's what makes them.
Yeah, because everything we do for women. From the kind of car we invest in. Yeah, we like the car, but we like to have the nice car to make the women look. We get the haircuts and we get fresh, and we put on a fresh outfit to get women attention, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but at the core of a relationship, you would never satisfy one woman while trying to satisfy a plethora. Because you're only giving pieces of yourself to everybody. And I can't do that. I've tried. I epically have failed time and time again of trying to give a girl like 85%. I give this girl 5, and then I got 10 more for somebody else.
Right.
Everyone's unhappy because I haven't given 100%. Yeah. And in essence, I'm unhappy with self because I'm one man. You know what I'm saying? I can't scatter myself. So, going through ups and downs and really looking at myself and was like, Sammie, you full of shit. Sammie, you need to take time out to no, seriously. Right. Like I had to really be disgusted with some of the things, and I was. And understanding that those demons are forever around, so I can't never let my guard down. Every day I got to wake up and check myself. Every day I got to swerve and find a way to kill certain things about me that I don't like, so I don't hurt the next.
So can you say that if you are the person that never gets disgusted with how you are, you will never change? Yeah,
because you haven't taken a chance to... When people do wrong or cheat, they like to point the finger. Well, I was lacking in compassion. Yeah. She wasn't touching me no more. She wasn't telling me I was this, right? So it gives you this pass for the woman that's willing to fill that void. That's an excuse, though.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So I think if you never look at yourself in the mirror and you never really just chisel at the things you don't like, because we're not perfect. We'll never be perfect. So I don't even strive to be perfection. I just strive to be a better Sammie every day and really understand my issues and address those. I've gone to therapy. I've talked to a real therapist about my problems. You know what? This is a person that is unbiased. We have no emotional attachment. You don't know me. And a lot of people feel like that's frowned upon. No, go seek help. Go talk to somebody about your problems and your trials and your battles with self. Because if you don't, then you'll never change. You'll just keep living a life of redundancy. And time after time again, you'll be in a 3-year relationship that will one day plummet. You'll be in a 4-year relationship that will hit the wall. I'm tired of doing that. I'm 32, man. I can't keep... And I really... before I blame an ex, I look at the things that I did wrong. Yep. And the way that I reacted to certain things that I could have gone a different route about.
Being a musician, how much do you think the music plays in adding to this idea that cheating is normal, or that cheating is the thing that men have to go through and hurt so many times before they get to their right place?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to say that it's normal, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, I wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't be who I am becoming if I hadn't gone through the things I've gone through. I don't believe in... I hate to say it, and this is good, bad, happy, sad, being monogamous, or committing infidelity. Everything is by design. So I wouldn't be able to create this album if I didn't go through these things that I've gone through in the 14 years of me dating out here in this world, right? I started dating when I was 17. The album's called Everlasting because my mom told me every relationship, good or bad, happy or sad, one night stands and flings will have an everlasting effect on the man I become. So I wrote about not just my ex, but everything that's impacted me as far as my views on relationships and, trying to coexist with the opposite sex. So yes, I did have to go through that. I'm not purposely trying to trample hearts to become this. This is just the cards that was dealt to me, and some cards I've misplayed and I played the wrong way. But I believe, your story can be ugly, but you can still come out beautiful at the end of the day.
But this was... Q said this was his favorite song, I think.
Stupid. Yeah.
So let's talk about that. The title itself, I can say a whole bunch about, but let's talk about where that came from and what's it about.
So 2 years ago, 2017, I went through a lot of breakups with this one girl. We would break up and then get back together, and we would go back and forth, right? And but this particular time, I really was messed up about it because it wasn't about me cheating. If she didn't cheat, we just was clashing so much. And she kind of left, and I let her leave because I wanted my peace back. But I didn't want us to be apart at the same time. And I was just going on tour with Tank for the Savage Tour. And men cope, and let me speak for myself first, but most men I found, we cope a little differently with breakups. Especially when we didn't get closure or we weren't ready for it to end. So we try to mask our hurt by partying. We drink a little more. We indulge with women, and that's what I did. I went on the Savage Tour, and I became a little savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had fun. I was like having fun, and I didn't realize what I was doing until like in hindsight. I was like, damn, I was really kind of like in this mode because I was hurt.
Right.
Because now I'm wondering, like, damn, is my girl moving on? Is she sleeping with somebody else? We suffer from those thoughts. Right. Sometimes that's self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? So the song "Stupid" is about tonight. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna just live reckless, and depending on how I feel again, I might do it in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just stupid. It's just the way that instead of picking up the phone and calling her and telling her, you know, I want to work at it.
Right.
We act like it's all good and we go out and we do stupid things.
And you're willing to lose that because of it, right? Because are you saying you never got back together?
No, we did. We tried again, but I mean, when it's not meant to be, it's just not meant to be.
Right.
So, how many times did y'all get together and break up?
Probably in 3 years, 3 times.
So
you know what I'm saying? It's just. And I've learned to leave things broken. Me, I'm a fixer though, so I go the extra mile. That's why I say if we gotta go to counseling, cool. If it's more me, if I'm the toxic one, let me try to fix me. If it's you, then I need you to address you. You know what I'm saying? But I do try to give it my all before I initially like entirely let it go.
So after 3 years though, when did you both decide like, all right?
Well, at the ending was kind of like me. I just refused. I took 8 months to really, again, learn how to sleep alone. I didn't go on no dates. And it wasn't like a wall that was up. It was more like, all right, I just got to really work on myself.
Right.
Not to say she was perfect at all, but forget her flaws and her darkness. Let me work on mine. You know what I mean? Because I was becoming dark in the relationship. I really just wasn't happy, and I really didn't like the Sammie that I saw every day. And if I'm with somebody that's making the worst of me come out, then that's not my wife. That's not my equal. And it's best for me to leave this thing broken. And, you know, I pray that she's happy, but I found happiness. I have self-peace. I have no problems with nobody. I still have mad love and respect for her and her son. You know, I was a stepdad in the relationship also. So that also was a hard thing for me. When I break up with the mother, by default, you know, the child too, and that was the first time.
Sammie is me.
Yeah, that was the first time I had to deal with that. Yeah, it was the first time I had to deal with that. So like I'm a little scarred from that point. Like I don't have anything against a woman having a child, but I am a little timid now because I'm like, I love you both. You know what I'm saying? Like I still wanted a relationship with little man, and us doing that. Me trying that rather got me and her back together when we still were no good for each other.
Oh, oh my God, he's speaking to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Sammie, let me say the one thing that you said to me that you not said to me, but what you just said.
Yeah.
You had to learn to leave things broken. Because my problem too is I want to fix everything and leave it in, like better than I found it. Yeah. That's my problem. Yeah. How did you learn to cope with being like, you know what, this is okay?
I'm a spiritual man. So let me say this. It's not our duty to be God. We are vessels that can do godly things and godly acts, but you can't work miracles on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't come and just fix my mama issues. I can't come fix your daddy issues. That's not my duty. My duty is to starve your insecurities as much as even if I didn't plant them, let me starve them. Let me not feed them and give them more life. And if I know I'm being the best I could be and it's just still not enough for you, I have to accept that my best is not enough for you. And that's really what I got to. I got to a point where I had peace at night knowing, you know what, I did the best I could do.
Right.
This is the best me that I had to offer, and it's just not working. And I got tired of, again, becoming dark. And I don't feel like I should be miserable to make you happy. That's unfair. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I just started to feel in the relationship.